break this down for us, because this kid on the right is a kid who we can say what we want. 72-year-old Bill Belichick fucking with a 24-year-old, but she was legal. This kid, it was fucking with a girl who was illegal.
Well, we can't say that.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Hold on a second. This is shameful. Okay, but this is America now. We don't allow to hear facts. We see one thing and we assume forever. Mr. Giddey, okay, it must be made clear. Multiple police departments and the NBA looked into this claim after the girl and her parents declined to speak to law enforcement. Remember that. They did not speak. And the individual that brought this shit, his accounts were quickly deleted and he walked everything back. Seems to me like this is a major smear campaign that sadly has worked due to the fact that we live in a social media time. There is no corroborating evidence to believe that Josh Giddey had any kind of relationship with someone under the age of whatever. Okay,
hold on, though, but we do know for a fact, too, though, that when people have certain amounts of money, that they can also quiet you.
And why did Josh Giddey, no offense, but Josh Giddey is not one of the greatest players in the NBA. He's not even a top 50 player in the NBA. He doesn't have that type of money to shut people up. That said, why did the person who created this delete their accounts? All I'm saying is there is no corroborating evidence, and both the league and multiple police departments in this country have found no corroborating evidence. To me, there's nothing more to say here.
But I did see the video, and like Smitty says, my eyes never don't lie. Like, I saw the little girl. Like, to me, it's worse because if my daughter's fucking with this dude as a 24-year-old or whatever, I'm kind of like in a different space because I know this cat's chasing a lot of pussy compared to a Bill Belichick who's just like having fun with maybe one 24-year-old. Like, this guy has a different vibe to me. I get a little creepy vibe here.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you something. Let's say you're 21, 22. You're a male, right? And you go to a party, and a girl says to you, you ask her how old she is. She says, I'm 19. Are you going to sit there and ask her for ID? How do you know he didn't have that happen to him? How do we even know this happened? Like, all I'm saying is, like, listen, if he was recorded and he was doing stuff and we saw it and we know for a fact, and why did she speak to the police? Why did her family speak to the police?
But hold on, I got to correct you though. You've been on this show and have stood on your business. You also say OJ's guilty when he was innocent. Hold on.
No,
though.
I didn't say it was
this motherfucker was in. This guy got proven innocent. He was proven innocent. Giddey was proven innocent, right?
Correct. And you're 100% right. That said, though, there is a bunch of corroborating evidence that he is likely guilty to me. And he even said that. He even has said that on camera. If I did it, this is how I did it. And then he went through step by step how he would have did it. You're right, though. In a court of law, Orenthal James Simpson was found not guilty. That said, he's still a convicted felon who did decades in prison for other crimes. That's all I'm saying. That's just the point here.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He is a scumbag. And to me, O.J. Simpson, regardless of what, I don't get put in this type of shit. You don't get put in this type of shit. Smitty don't get put in this type of shit. O.J. Simpson is a scumbag. He killed his wife and her friend, in my opinion. That said, this is totally different. There is no evidence to say Josh Giddey had a relationship with an underage female. In fact, no one had corroborating evidence to prove it. And
there's video evidence that they were together. Now, having sex, no. But I'm just saying there's obviously, it's pretty much the same thing about OJ. Like, this guy's on video, seen with these young girls, and this one girl in particular, right here, Huntington Beach, California. Newport Beach, Huntington Beach, right up the street here. And it's like, well, we know that he's been messing with the girl. And then we know all of a sudden that there was something filed. And then all of a sudden the parents decided not to. Now, this is your wheelhouse. I'm going to lean on you on this. But right. What do you think about the trade?
Well,
do you think this has something to do with it is what I'm saying?
I don't think. Listen, going to Chicago, OKC, I mean, both solid team. One's a very good team. The other's kind of an up-and-coming team. Alex Truss is a great player. Two solid players here. Look, I think you're getting, as far as offensive player, it's Josh Giddey. Alex Truss is a better defensive player. I think it's kind of an even trade, per se. I don't think from a basketball standpoint, look, going from OKC to Chicago for a career, if you want to calm someone down, probably not the best thing. I don't think they have any worry. Did Josh Giddey miss any time? No, right? He didn't. And listen, by the way, I want to make this clear to all you people that care about what everybody does. Some of you folks are the same people that allowed Brandon Miller to scapegoat out of everything. This is the guy who provided a gun to a murderer, a convicted murderer who shot a pregnant girl for no reason. Okay, and none of you folks said a fucking word.
We definitely pick and choose in society and social media society.
And this is the issue. We don't have a clause anymore in our head where we just believe in right and wrong. If someone's a fan of a team or they like someone or whatever, they completely look elsewhere. They could, and we hear this in politics. A certain political candidate used to be president. He could shoot somebody in the head in the middle of Madison Avenue and they would still defend it. We don't have a thought in our head where we just look at right and wrong, right? And according to what we know about Josh Giddey, look, I'm not going to send him to the slaughterhouse for something that one anonymous Reddit account, because let's remember, it's not like Reddit are full of great people either. They're fucking undesirables as well. So let's just, all I'm saying, not jump to conclusions over.
And I also want to be clear too, whether it's right or wrong, morally or legally, it wasn't a R-word case. It wasn't a domestic violence case. It was a moral case. It was she was younger, but she liked him. She wanted him. Obviously, it was a mutual thing. To me, carries a little more weight than something that was taken or aggressively taken. There's a huge difference. Those people, to me, are absolute bottom feeders. When it's at least mutual, and then we can decide and have our own opinions about it. But it wasn't an illegal act other than the possible age gap.
Let me ask you a question. Let's say Josh Giddey was your son. I'll just ask you, or you, Smitty, or any of us. Let's say Josh Giddey was our son. And this is the kind of stuff that, he's a basketball player. He has to deal with. Think of you being this guy. There's no evidence against you. And no one wants to hear. They just relate you as you're a bad PEDO the rest of your life. There's no evidence here. It's wrong. We shouldn't do this. That's what I'm trying to say.
I feel you. Just because you get convicted or not convicted, but just you get accused of something. If you don't get convicted, then we should move on. But once you are accused of something, that's going to be a part of your Google search for life, unless you're able to pay some big money to get it removed.
I gotta get